All right, what's up, guys? We are going to go through today's trades, but before we do that, I wanted to jump in and point out something that I haven't really mentioned in a while. I put it in my video descriptions, but ooh, that's laggy. I wanted to make sure I actually put it out there as, pointing out uh, something really important when it comes to understanding these zones and price action and how all of this interacts and why does TradingView always lag so horribly? That's super annoying. You should understand that these magical blue boxes that I draw that sort of demonstrate where price is likely to reverse, what kind of interactions we're seeing, etc., etc. These are all drawn by Don Frond, and I've gotten better at drawing these boxes, but I'm by no means nearly as good as him, which is sort of the next step in my progression as a trader, is making sure that I can really dial this in and get just as good as he is with it. So if you go to YouTube and you go to YouTube and check out Don Frond Show, he's the one that you want to check out. He teaches what these zones are. When you hear me talking about type 1 entry, type 2 entry, where to place a stop loss, and how to manage your risk, all of those things are concepts that he teaches, and I'm literally just utilizing his instruction, and I've put together my own system utilizing his zones. I am just copying his zones for now, and then as I get better, I'm typically able to figure out, okay, this is in or about where the zone's at, and then I sort of fine tune it based on the most recent price action. Has been my sort of way of going about doing this. But yeah, be sure to check out Don because I'm not in any position where I can really teach this stuff and be like, yeah, I got it all figured out. Like, I'm really just taking the concepts that he demonstrates and learning how to apply them to my own trading, to my own lifestyle, my own work schedule, things like that. So everything that you see me doing, if you actually want to learn this stuff, you should go check out Don, and then you too could be an artist and draw colorful boxes on charts. So if you haven't checked out the back testing results, I went through and did several hours worth of back testing. I have like an hour long stream on here that demonstrates a bunch of that. And then I sat on my couch and worked for like another 2 hours or something like that. It was not nearly as efficient as sitting here with like an actual mouse, but it was nice and comfy. So I went through, did a whole bunch of back testing, came out with some really good results, and so today is the first day that I've gotten back into the swing of things and said, yes, I am really just going to focus on the back tested results, really focus on my trading system. I set my limit orders and I ignore everything else. That's the way that this is meant to be. I would have absolutely killed it in May had I just done that, but I kept getting myself worked up and feeling like I needed to interact with the charts or something like that. So today's results were pretty good, but actually the trade's still open, so we still could see a little bit of a pullback on here, but you can see we did lock in so far $1,300 profit. And what ended up happening, this is the first time, let's kick it down to the hourly, and let's get rid of this for the time being so that you can actually see. So I've got a type 1 entry right here, and I missed an excellent type 2 entry. That would have been just about a type 2 right there. But I have, oh, sorry, my type 1 entry is right here, I believe. So I've been short since about here, got in the type 1, which means as soon as it touches that zone, I'm going short with my stop loss up here. And then this morning, I had the limit order set. I had a limit order set to sell 8 contracts with a stop loss right here. And I had it set right at the end of that zone. And it was sort of like a do or die. If we got another one of these wicks, you can see that this wick, let's blow this thing up so you can actually see it. This wick never actually hit the type 2. So most of the time that I play type 2s, I actually give them a little bit of wiggle room because I would hate to see a wick like this or a wick like this and I'm not in the trade. It's happened to me so many times that it's one of the more frustrating things that can happen. So um, anyways, in the type 1 short added on to that type 2, that averages my cost basis to be right at that type 2 actually, because I'm only short 3 contracts here, short 8 contracts here, We got the type 2, and for type 2 trades, I aim for a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So my stop loss is up here, and you can see that little 3 right there indicates that this is set at a 3-to-1, and so my take profit is down here. So I rode 8 contracts for, how many points was that I wrote down? Oh, it tells me right there. 39.75 points. With my cost basis being here, or no, it was actually a little bit higher because when you scale in, it tightens up your cost basis. So the end result was on that one trade, I did end up locking in that $1,300 profit. I put a limit back on for another type 2, so if we were to just shoot back up overnight, I will trade that type 2 again. I'm really hoping that this thing breaks down, but you can see we have this is this the same zone? No, not the same zone, just the same sort of price action that we've seen before where actually we've seen it back here too. There's this really annoying price action going on right around here. No, don't do that. Let's turn this yellow just so we can see it. Really annoying price action going on right around here where we keep kind of bouncing. And I thought about going long last night, but that would have been in violation to my rules because I'm actually aiming a little bit lower on these type 1s for this zone just because the zone is so large. It's going to suck if we tap this and then go running up, so I'm going to have to babysit it a little, which means I should have an alert set actually, just so I can babysit it. But my take profit is set right in front of that zone. So you can see I will lock in the rest of my position if we come down here, and I will be looking to go long in this zone. And then if I end up being wrong on that, we pull down, I stop out down here, we hopefully get a retest, and I can go short down to the next zone. So all of that to say, not a whole lot actually going on with the trading today, but this is the first time since I've started doing this system and really put the back testing to it and understanding what I'm aiming for, why I'm doing what I'm doing. It is the first time that I've scaled into, I always take a type 1, then I take a type 2, and this is the first time that I let the type 2 just go running all the way down and hit profit. So I'm super pumped about that. I followed the plan the whole way through. And if you saw the backtesting video, you know that following the plan, had you just traded this plan in this system for, now May was an abnormally good month, I think. In April, the system made like $5,000, and then in May, it made like $20,000. It was obscene. So hopefully June is another month like that. That would be sweet, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too much here. I'm just going to play the system, let it play out, trust the zones to do what the zones are going to do. Hopefully we see a breakdown from here and we can think about going long tomorrow. Other than that, we're still kind of stuck between two standard deviations doing a whole lot of nothing. That almost, it looks like it's thinking about being bullish. It looks like it's thinking about being bullish, but at the same time, we've seen this before. So that's all I've got. We're gonna see where it goes tomorrow. I'm already in a trade, so I'll just be looking for a long entry if we do end up tagging profit on that. If you want to follow along, make sure you follow what Don is doing, and then I'm over here. You can subscribe to my channel and follow my little journey as well. There's the recap for the day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.